Today we are at the Eldora Community Garden. It's a 2/3 of an acre fenced-in donation garden / leased plot growing garden for the community. But the majority of our space here is dedicated to giving gardens, where we grow produce for the Pine Lake Food Shelf and for all of our neighbors to come and harvest whenever they need food. My friend Crystal and I, we had started getting into more healthy eating ourselves and growing our own food in our backyards. And we just thought it'd be more fun to do it with the community. And as a nurse, I just have a strong passion for public health and for whole food eating. And I know that it's hard for people who struggle financially to pay for fruits and vegetables. So I just thought, we live on some of the most fertile Iowa soil, and why not use that to grow food for our neighbors? So we have volunteers who join us during our open hours and help with the maintenance of the garden week to week and help us do the harvesting for the food shelf. And a lot of those volunteers have no personal vested interest in here for their own food. It's just to help out the community and to help the mission of the garden. Last year we donated over 9,000 pounds of produce to the community.
It's a lot of fun when someone comes in and I'm able to help them pick what they want and even explain how they might cook that. We've got some unique green beans that people don't know, and just the other day I was just explaining how they could cook that in their own kitchen. And so you know they're going to go home and try something new, and it's organic. It's the best food you can get, period.
It's been really interesting to hear feedback from people who have taken the food here. It doesn't look like what we think it looks like when we think of food insecurity all the time. And so some folks that you wouldn't imagine have difficulty putting food on the table, maybe they do. And so our model here is to take what you need and give what you can, and just very much solidarity with our community rather than just charity. So I feel like it allows people to maintain a little bit of their integrity when they come here and they know that, hey, I pulled a few weeds and I'm going to take home a little bit of green beans, and they can feel good about that give and take. And then if they need food in an anonymous way, the food shelf sometimes is a little bit intimidating for folks to go and admit that they need that kind of help. So we last year opened up Eldora's free little farm stand, and it's a market style, kind of like you'd go to the farmer's market and pick produce off this farm stand. We put all of our extra produce from the food shelf that doesn't get taken, or if we just have a bumper harvest of a crop, we place it directly on the cart. And I've heard from neighbors that live across the street that sometimes after 5 p.m. we get a lineup of cars just waiting to go see after work what was available.
When I hear those stories from people, it really makes you feel good, makes you feel, wow, I am accomplishing something. I'm not just out here sweating and pulling weeds, that it's actually helping people, and it really is a good feeling.
We love teaching kids about where their food comes from. That was one of the design elements of the garden, was to incorporate a children's sensory garden. Crystal and I, the founders of the garden, we have 6 kids between us, so it was a priority for us to make a safe spot for kids to play. And they love to come out here and explore and find frogs and bugs and help with the harvest. We grow strawberries and raspberries and blueberries, and very few of those make it outside of the garden, as most of them just get consumed by the kiddos as they're out here helping us, but that's part of the fun for them. People ask me how many kids I have, and sometimes I joke and say I have 2 kids in a garden, because it's kind of like my 3rd kid. Having people that are dedicated and involved is a key to the success here, and I definitely couldn't do this alone. It's been a true community effort.